fact, the theme of this event is ATMANIRBHAR BHARAT, which says that independent India, in terms of its own governance and resources and all the administrations. One thing, the pandemic, it has taught us to reduce the dependency. Of course, we enjoyed by WTO, the cross-country trades and open boundaries and everything, the things which are procured easily from other countries, and we never paid attention to have it in our own country. Now the pandemic has given a bit a tickle to that on thought that reduce the dependency on the basic necessities. At least, of course, you cannot have everything in one country, and the world trade has to go on because the expertise and the products are distributed in different countries. But the basic necessity for any country to survive has to be, have within their boundaries.
Your Excellencies, most distinguished guests, friends, a very good evening to you all. I'll begin by expressing the deep honor and privilege I have being invited as a special guest to this most auspicious occasion to join in celebrating your success. History teaches us that generation is inevitably faced with a challenge of global magnitude. Most recently, the Spanish influenza, the two world wars, and for us now, the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has impacted us all, as individuals and as communities who have had to cope with lockdowns, social distancing, the new norm. It has affected us as nations, with border closures and global isolation. And of course, it has impacted in the realm of commerce. We've seen major shifts in new trends in global, international, and local demand patterns. Even the nature of logistics and the means and timeframes in shipping have seen major shifts. And yet, no precedents have been set here. We have, as I have already mentioned, seen through history the global challenges, and yet the business community, India, the United Arab Emirates, as a whole, has in most cases found itself scrambling to adapt. Again, in most cases, the business communities have failed for the greater part to build their business companies or corporations with the safeguards and strategic planning that takes these global impacts into account. It is an important lesson in this time of global economies that we must learn and implement. Tonight, though, we are celebrating success, your successes. And with those, we look forward to learning more about the strategies and tactics that you've engaged to successfully weather this challenging time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Well, and most of you are here in UAE, and for us coming to the show of Expo. Well, I will maybe give some background about UAE, and most of you, I think maybe you know it. You see, since independence of the UAE, which is coming soon, the 50th anniversary on the 2nd of December, UAE moved forward since its start from nothing that we don't have anything to be having most that's country around the world have. And also we are moving more beyond what is needed and what's around the world. with the visionary people. With the late Sheikh Zayed, he is the most visionary people. Even though he have not went to any universities, but a man who looked at this country as a whole to make the change, which he did with his brothers, other Emirates rulers, especially Sheikh Rashid Al Maktoum of Dubai. They are together move the gear of this country. As I said, from nothing.
A very good evening to all the dignitaries, distinguished guests, and the participants here at this event. I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate the initiative taken by Indian Economic Development and Research Association in organizing this conclave focusing on global business opportunities leading to an ATMANIRBHAR BHARAT. The UAE and India share a comprehensive strategic partnership, and India is the UAE's second largest trade partner, accounting for 90% of total UAE's foreign trade and 13% of non-oil exports. India's exports to UAE is well diversified, covering almost all goods and commodities. The major one, gems and jewelry, food products, petroleum products, textiles, ready-made, electrical and electronic items, transport-related goods. Recently, India and the UAE have begun formal discussions to have a India-UAE comprehensive economic partnership agreement, which would further strengthen the already strong relationship between the two nations and expand economic and investment possibilities and usher in a new era of strategic collaboration between the two